Hello, friend. My name is Asindra, and today I'm going to continue playing for you Uncommon Time by Feral Phoenix. Now, last time we beat a cockatrice. That was fun. And we met Saki, and now we're going to get out of this place and go to Libretto, which is this city south of us, I think. Or, well, yeah. We're going to ignore all fighting because that has no plot purpose. And we heard mention of the world tuning. What does that mean? Well, we'll find out eventually, I'm sure. We're just gonna mosey on over here. Oh, come on. And, so I don't think we'll be able to meet anybody new for a little bit. But, whoa, it's really cold. No, the storm's getting even worse. We need to hurry to Libretto. One thing that really, is odd is, I understand that they're, symbolizing, sunset with the red, but when you get into a fight, everything is just red and it's really creepy. So let's read this sign. South is Arpeggio Pass. Northeast is Libretto. Northwest is Dal Segno, which we will also end up going to later. Ooh, Dal Segno! I want to go there when we're done at the library. Why? Because it's paradise on Earth, supposedly. This isn't exactly unusual or anything, but you're not making sense. Dal Segno is a famous town for making string instruments. They use lumber from Libretto to do it, I hear. At least a quarter of the world's string instruments are made there. It's a lot. There's supposed to be really rare instruments in there as well, too. We have to go! What? What are we, tourists? Teagan, what kind of strings player are you? The kind that is apparently supposed to save the world and wants to get it over with. Now. They might have information useful to us, or even a part of the grand score. We can decide after our business in Libretto has safely ended. Right. So, we're going to go down here. This one over here is Dal Segno. We can't cross these mountains. That up there is Bel Canto, I think? I don't remember. That one to the side, though, is Polyphony, I believe. And this one over here is Libretto, and you can see the tiny library in the back. It's good. So, let's go in here. And now it's nighttime. Ugh, it's really coming down. Let's go to the inn and wait this out. Do we get a choice? No! Cutscene. Ow. I hurt myself. That's us out of the weather, at least. I'm sorry. What for? I just hope it isn't too awkward to have to share a room with me. Aw, you don't have to worry. We don't have to be afraid or anything when it's obvious Teagan and I could beat you up easy if you tried anything. Ouch. As it happens, I'm 95% not interested in women that way. Yay! I just meant that we've only spent a little time together, and yet now we have to sleep in the same suite. That's not a problem either. Since we're going to have you join our quartet, we'll be traveling together anyway. So it's really a good thing that we'll be able to get to know each other so fast. She's already assuming that he'll join. When you mean that you want me to join your quartet, you mean for the purposes of the world tuning, yes? Yeah, I play the cello and Teagan plays the violin, so we need another violin player and a vocalist still. It sounds like you already know about the world tuning, so that saves some explanation. Yes, I had always believed it to be a legend until now. That kinda can't be helped. Alto's, well, she's got her issues too. So, even I thought that all of this was just blind belief in what she's been told, until I saw that sheet music. It's hard to describe the feeling of that being what's convinced you. Huh. Leaving my feelings about your family aside for now, I don't know what else could make me feel the way that I did when I looked at the grand score. I can tell. I can tell just by looking at the sheet music that this is an amazing piece of music. Even only looking at the first violin score, not knowing anything about the other parts, I want to play it. I've never felt that way about any piece before. Either I'll have to sight read it once or listen to someone else play it. I see. Still, are you really alright with inviting the first violinist you've met along with you? He has a point. Why? It's not like you're bad or anything, right? Well, we've never actually seen him play, so how do you know, Alto? I would like to say that I have some measure of confidence in my playing ability. But that isn't any guarantee for you, is it? He still has a point. Look, Alto, you brought me into this because I am arguably the best violinist in our hometown. Don't you think you ought to give Saki some sort of admission test? Maybe you're right. Then, Saki, why did you start playing the viola? You're not going to make him play? I think this is even more important. Teagan's just like, this is stupid. Why, I think that the story of my involvement with music is an awfully ordinary one. My magic manifested very suddenly when I was a boy, you see. Probably because the initial manifestation was a shock. I had a great deal of trouble learning to control my power. So the magic teacher in my birthplace brought me to the local music teacher and had me learn an instrument so that I could learn to regulate it. I believe that this is a common method all over the world. Is it common? I think this is the part where I'm supposed to say that I don't do magic, so there's no point asking me. But he's right. It's common. When I was learning to play, something like half the class was mage kids who were only there to pick up the basics. A lot of them quit once they figured out how their magic worked. Oh. But, Saki, that's not what I was asking. Why the viola? Because as soon as I held one in my hands, as soon as the teachers told me to try to play, I fell in love. It was the most wondrous sound I had ever heard. Even the music teacher praised me, asking me if it was really the first time I had held an instrument. To tell the truth, I think that the adults around me expected me to quit, just as Miss Teagan said. But I enjoyed it too much to stop. To be quite honest, it has helped me out a lot. Fortune-telling, magic, and music are about the only things I'm good for. Good. That's a good answer. You pass. Welcome to our quartet. Yay. That's good enough. And Saki hasn't even said anything about wanting to join. Well, no matter how good a player you are, I think it's probably no good unless your heart is in it. That's pushing it. Well, in the context of this being the world tuning, I can't help but feel a little nervous. I'm sure that there are many viola players more skilled than me, even in Harmonia alone. Are you sure that one of them wouldn't be a better choice? But Saki, I've never met any of the other violists in Harmonia. I only know you. And you love music. That makes you the best option. That logic is full of so many holes, I don't know where to start. Then, I will do my best to not be a burden for either of you. It would be a shame to waste this opportunity to me when you're offering it so kindly. He doesn't care that it's illogical. Great! Welcome to the quartet, Saki! And now they're both ignoring me. By the way, Teagan, who are you complaining to? What a little shit. Is Saki no good? I'm not going to say that unless he completely sucks, but... Then there's no problem! long-lasting friendships must be wonderful. Exactly what part of them? She just roared like a dragon. Then, I believe that we should go to the library if the snow has stopped in the morning. We might be able to learn more about the situation, or even clues as to where the rest of the sheet music is hidden. Good idea. Then, as long as you two are getting fired up, will you let me see the grand score? Sure, why? I don't want to make too much noise since we're here, but if it's pizzicato, maybe I can practice it a little. I don't know what pizzicato means, so... You just want to play it as soon as possible, right? Yes. I know how this sounds, but once you get the right sheet music, you'll understand. Okay. There's no rule I know of that says we can't practice before we do the actual world tuning. One would only hope. I don't know how anyone could expect a decent performance without at least some rehearsal before the fact. Tell me about it. Right? We can't all be geniuses here. And there she goes playing. Confusion, anger. Yay! Music! And we get to have music with Saki. Yay! I say we, but we're all of them, so... Alto. How are your hands doing? I mean, with the temperature. I'm fine. And I know what to keep an eye out for. Thanks for always worrying, though. I see. Oh. Good morning, you two. You're both up earlier than I expected. As the adult here, I feel a little ashamed that I can't set a good example. That's okay. We don't have any weird expectations or anything. That's a relief. We're going to the library today, right? That'll take a while, so we should at least get our shopping done first in case we find something and get caught up. Yes, that will be a good idea. Because we aren't leaving the library until we have results. Grown-ups orders. This guy's saying something outrageous. Also, we are all legal adults here. I think the age of legal adulthood is 16, and I think they're all... I don't remember. It was in the last one, it's fine. So, let's see. Let's go see if we can bug people. Nope. Nope. Downstairs it is. Alright, what do you have to say? My daughter's new to the business, but she's already handier with an axe than her papa. It must be because she's an earth mage like my wife. It really does make a difference knowing what trees are best to cut. She's on duty for reforesting in the spring, too. My little girl's so hardworking. Aw, that's cute. Dad, it's embarrassing when you go on about me like that. What do you have to say? Nothing beats a good meal after a hard day's work. Hey, bartender, give me another bottle of wine. I think the reason why this place is a lot more busy than the previous one is because this one is also a pub. I think it's on the sign outside. We'll look at that later. Or in a minute, I guess. Some armor and accessories boost stats other than defense, you know. Sometimes even stats that you can't see. If you can equip more than one kind of armor and aren't sure what to buy, keep this in mind. Heavy armor protects you better than light armor because it tends to decrease your evasion. Oh, but it tends to decrease your evasion because it's hard to move in something that's heavy. Clothes and dresses often have bonuses to your magic defense. There's exceptions to everything, but when you're looking for a good strategy that works for you, it's a good place to start. Good to know. Do you know about the 6 elements? Yes, but I'll go with no, so we can learn it. Then I'll teach you. Magic has elemental charges to it. There are 6 elements in all: fire, water, earth, wind, light, and darkness. It's possible to use magic that isn't polarized to any of these elements, but that can be hard for a beginner. Most human beings have an affinity for one or more kinds of magic. As for things like what kinds of magic are strong and weak against what, the 4 cardinal elements are arranged in a circle like rock, paper, scissors. Fire is weak to water, water is weak to wind, wind is weak to earth, and earth is weak to fire. Light and darkness are also weak against one another. Now, that's the basics, but common sense plays into things too. For instance, earth attacks don't work well against enemies up in the air. Weakness and strengths are pretty clear-cut in humans, but things are different for monsters, so try things out and see what works. Which is why, Saki is a dark mage, and Teagan has some earth mage element in her. Just about everybody here at the pub is a lumberjack. There's a song about lumberjacks, but I don't know it. Never mind. We work most of the day, so we only ever have time to go to the pub before we go home to sleep. This bar's turning into something like our home away from home. Aw, I don't think we can talk to the chef. Let's see, what do you have to say? I'm very sorry, but you can't come behind the counter. Aw. Alright, let's go exploring. See? Pub and inn. So, as you can see here, the only thing different really is that the characters. Also, the background stuff. Like, I don't think that dress over there, the white one, was there before. But I could be wrong. Who knows? But yeah, in general, the shops look the same. Welcome to Libretto. Are you here to visit the library? Yes! Oh, okay. What's this one look like? Hello. I want some flour. Or a fairy in a jar. Ooh, graveyards. Graveyards are my favorite. Hello. She jumped. Eek! Hello. I'm sorry for scaring you. I don't think there's anything. Well, actually, there is. Eep, let me in. This one. Oh, there's something here. Got a white pinion. Yay. I feel sorry for her, the girl who screamed. I didn't mean to startle her. Oh, that's solid. Talk to me. Have you seen Daisy down at the graveyard? Yes. She's so gloomy. Sure, she's got her reasons, but she brings everybody else down. Seeing her like that makes me so mad. I just can't leave her alone. It's not like I'm worried about her after what happened to her with the pirates or anything. It's not like I want to make her happy either. It's not. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I wonder if she wants to go to the Star Festival in Polyphony. She'd probably be scared to go by herself and all. But maybe if I... Yes, take her to Polyphony with you. She's so lost in thought, she probably doesn't remember we're still here. I would like to see the Star Festival in Polyphony, as well as the marriage in, Solfège? Yes. Oh, that's a window. Every time. The windows look like doors, okay? I can't help it. Hello. Grandpa, where's the gosh darn sugar? She's out of sugar, Grandma. Just use milk for today. Alright. I know I should complain when my grandparents are nice enough to come look after me while I'm sick, but they're so noisy I can't get any sleep. Aww. I'm sorry. It's sweet of them. I don't think that... Yeah, that doesn't do anything. And then this is the... not the shelter, this is the printing press, right? Yeah. Let's go in the printing press. Hello. I see. Oh, okay. What are you reading? You won't tell me. What is anybody reading? I want to know. Can I have your coffee? Phew. It's great that we got the autumn order all settled, but I hope we can get everything printed for spring without any slip-ups. Oh, just thinking about last year makes me want to go visit the pub. I know those feels. Deadlines, you. I'm sorry, guests aren't allowed in the back. The printing equipment is dangerous if you don't understand how to handle it properly. Alright. I wish there was, like, a back entrance that we could just, like, sneak into on accident, like, but no, it doesn't work. Here's the, shelter. One day, either I'm going to be able to wake up a sleeping person, or the snowmen will talk to me. I wonder what they'll look like in the spring if we ever get to see spring. Did you see a girl loitering around the graveyard? I did. That's Daisy. Her family moved to a southern country when she was a little girl. They were going to come back this summer, but their ship was attacked by pirates on the way. Daisy was lucky to escape with her life, but she lost her parents and she's been jumpy since she arrived. Plenty of us suspect that something else might have happened to her, but she doesn't want to talk about it. Who can blame her? Well, that's dark. It looks like her childhood friend Lucy is worried about her, but Lucy can come on a bit too strong, so I'm worried she'll do more harm than good. At least her feelings for Daisy are as genuine as can be. Things are awkward right now, but I'm sure that with time and care, Daisy will be alright. She's stronger than she herself thinks. Well, that's good, at least. I feel bad for Daisy. Sleepy person. Welcome to the shelter. How may I help you? That's an interesting outfit you got there. Boop? No? Okay. What about you? I have to do the laundry today. Cool. Let's see, what else we got? I think the only thing left is the library, in fact. Yes. Alright, let's go to the library. Boop. Are you sure we have everything done? I'm not letting you two turn back until we're finished, you hear? Yes. The Great Library, Folio. Let's read some books! Let's talk to people. Welcome to the Great Library. Excuse me. First floor is non-fiction, second floor is fiction. Reference books cannot be checked out, so take your time looking at them within the building, please. We don't close until late, so there's no worry. Okay. And the other person. Hello. Okay. Rude. So let's see. What books do we have here? A thick biography of the most famous instrument maker in Dalsegno. Apparently, a number of the instruments he's made are still being used around the world. Oh, I think we have one of those at home. Nobody even let me touch it. Ever let me touch it? Okay, it's all the same book. Yes, no thank you, I'm good. Whoops. What's this one then? A book of sequential art. That's cool. A collection of articles involving proposed changes to the size and shape of violas. I imagine that'd make it very difficult to play for the people who have been playing a long time. I mean, I guess they have their own violas, but it's a series of atlas books. These are reference books on language. Books on political theory. Science textbook for kids. A history of famous literary trends. Music theory textbooks for kids. Hey, wrong voice. It's not that it matters because my voices all are the same anyway, but, you know, it's the, god damn it, I can't remember. It's the principle of things, there we go. What is with me and words today? I must be tireder than I thought. Hey, I studied with an older version of these. Oh, okay, thank you, Teagan. A book on the history of clefs. A volume of old military tactics. The pages are yellowed. This book is about the history of brass instruments. Wow, who even cares? Same. Let's just put it back already. Not a big fan of brass, these string players are. It's a book about the Star Festival in the town of Polyphony. I want to see it. A book in which the author argues passionately for reforesting. It's battered from use. This book is about the care and maintenance for harps. Old picture books. This one is a book about how rosin is collected and processed. This is pretty cool. A historical account of how Harmonia has maintained its neutrality. A book on animal biology. A book of difficult-looking recipes for commonly used potions. Ooh, wait, can we get the recipe for, like, sharps and stuff, and then collect stuff, and then make stuff? I don't think we can, but I wish we could. That'd be cool. I can't. Hello! Why do I have to escort these two overexcitable kids even to places like this? Aww. I mean, at least they're in a library where they can learn. Contamination Heart. A sometimes cute and sometimes serious story about twin girls adventuring through ruins and the past and the heart. I feel that these are probably references to actual stories and stuff, but I wouldn't know. I guess there wouldn't be many gardening books in a country like this. Too bad. Alright. You stay there. I love fiction. Heaven District. An ambitious series with a detailed setting. I think they've just given up on finishing this series. Don't say such terrible things! Damn, Saki, you made everybody jump. They will finish it, they're just taking a break. Saki, shh, we're in a library. Did you notice? Oh. Well, they all jumped, so that was a thing. That's the same thing. Go away. See, they all jumped. Okay. What's this one? Limitless Fantasy. A story about order, chaos, and alternate worlds. Aqua Legends. The story of a girl on an aquatic planet and her struggle to bring two nations to peace. Cool. The Blue Girl. A story about a girl and an angel. It might hit too close to home for people who have depression. Monochrome Garden. A story about angels and demons with a big, colorful cast. It's actually really gory, but very funny. Half-Baked Princess. A fractured take on an old fairy tale. I want to know about that one. That sounds fun. Eve in the Museum. A scary story about a little girl who gets lost in an alternate universe. I remember how this first was published. Oh, I remember how, when this first was published, a lot of people were upset by the side characters' fates. But even all that glamour was just proof that the author had created a very good story. The reason why I say that I think these are all real stories is because that sounds an awful lot like Ebe, which is another RPG Maker game, but I could be wrong, I don't know. The Dolor. A story about a sealed-off city during the pandemic and the doctors working there. I liked the world building in this book, but the romance felt forced to me. Sweetheart. A book about girls who bake sweets for their neighbors. Oh, that's cute. Hiatus Girl. A story about a girl who lives in limbo. This is my favorite book! This is the entrance to a thing, so we're going to just continue going on with the books. Nightmare. A creepy story with fairy tale motifs. Letter Writer. A story about looking for your mom. It's apparently a short story cut down from a bigger project, but it gained a cult following because of the meaningful dialogue. Cool. Mirror and Key. A story about a demon and a hero who join forces to save the world. Resolve. A story about a world in decline. The gods get overly involved in human affairs. Isn't that how it always is? Well, no, with the Greeks they just tend to get over-involved with humans in general because Zeus can't keep his dick in his pants. The Little Witch in the Great Big Sea. A story about true love and violence. Fairy Springs. A story about a girl trying to keep her big sister safe. Lots of intrigue. Moonbook. A story about a knight, a princess, and a witch who go on adventures. Zucchini Tale. A halfway satirical story about kids going on adventures and having fun. Sounds like Veggie Tales to me. Shapeshifter. This story starts out funny but gets serious towards the end. I remember not being able to stop when the story got tense. I stayed up all night. Kind of reminds me of Animorphs, actually, because the end of Animorphs was real serious, and then the Alchemist and stuff like that. But I don't know, I could be wrong. Homebound, an over-the-top science fiction epic. I remember back when this series was popular. Isn't the latest volume still not out? I guess the wait's been so long that a lot of people stopped being interested. Elemental Star. A story about alchemy with a very big ensemble cast. Has a very detailed world. It sure is a shame this series stopped at 2 books. It really is. I see those 2 hated the most recent volume. I don't know anything about that series, so sorry. And poof. Cutscene! Oh, this is a book about the history of the world tuning. Maybe there'll be something in here. Huh? What's this doing here? Isn't the nonfiction section supposed to be downstairs? Who knows? Huh? It won't come off the shelf. Really? Let me see it. What? Magic. Gasp. I love the... I'm sorry. The intense mystery music there. That was a good... Anyway, sorry. The bookshelf was fake. It's a hidden passage. No wonder the staircase had an extra landing. We should investigate it. It can't be a coincidence that the fake bookshelf handle was about the world tuning. Tuning. I always want to say turning. It's not about turning, it's tuning. And now we can talk to them. What's with the secret door? And you? The air coming from that passage smells old. There'll probably be monsters down there, so if you're going, be careful, okay? Yes, I will. I can't believe there's a hidden passage in the library. It's so cool. You know, for the world's biggest library, it's kind of small. I mean, I don't mean to be mean, but the above ground stuff anyway. And so this is going to be our adventure into the depths of Folio, the great library and libretto. Look forward to it. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.